Hey everyone, welcome back to those of you who are following me, and welcome to those of you who are new. My name is Vanessa. I'm a psychotherapist, a GLP-1 user, a mom, a grandmom, and a dog grandmom. And I am doing an experiment on myself for the length of time is 6 months using tirzepatide, starting out with Zepbound, now using compounded tirzepatide. And I'm just coming in to report my experience so that anyone who is on this GLP-1 journey, as well as those who are considering it, will have this information, especially as it pertains to Black women and GLP-1s. For those of you who don't know, I work with women who are users of GLP-1 medications. They use them as tools for a number of reasons, for health reasons, as well as for weight loss. So I made the decision that I would use them at a lower dose, going off of the titrating schedule track that was originally set based on the clinical studies, because we're only 8% in those studies anyhow. We will either have to experiment for ourselves and find this out, or watch other Black women's experiences. So that being shared, I'm coming in today to report my weekly side effects and results. And this week, which is my 8th week, I have decided to go up to 3.5 milligrams of tirzepatide. So I have been titrating up from 2.5, 2.75, and 3, and 3.25. I actually changed my titration that I intended to do, because I was just going to jump up 0.5. However, I decided to jump up just 0.25 just to see how that works for me. That has been working wonderfully. This week I am at 3.5, and I will continue the 3.5 because I was experiencing less appetite suppression as well as more food noise, which just for me is thinking about when I'm going to eat, what I'm going to eat. Even though I know what I'm going to eat, when am I going to eat it? So I decided to just titrate up 0.25, and that has been working out well for me this week. As far as other side effects, and I'm looking over at my notes so I don't forget anything, I have not experienced heartburn this week, which is great. My issue with low blood pressure has not been an issue this week. I have managed to level out and maintain a healthy blood pressure range, which has been around, like this morning, it was 111/70. So for me, that's great. So my blood pressure has been looking like that more regularly, and I'm happy and excited about it. For those of you who don't know, as a woman post-menopause, I have experienced elevated blood pressure as it relates to perimenopause shifting into menopause. And this GLP-1 is helping me to manage those symptoms. Okay, so constipation, that has been resolved. So I'm not challenged or being challenged by that this week. And mouth gas, burping, and belching. So the belching has let up. However, the gas and the burping, that's something that I continue to experience. And I think that will just be something that is going to be the side effects that I experience throughout my course of using tirzepatide. So I'm okay with it. And then the food suppression, or the appetite suppression, for me this week is interesting. What I've noticed, I told you all that I'm trying out Mochi Health's platform, and I have decided to cancel my subscription with them, and I will be coming in to do an update on the new platform that I've decided to try out. I am noticing a couple of things with how they formulate their tirzepatide. And so for me, it's a lot different than the Zepbound, and I noticed that, and maybe I'll come in and do a separate video on it. However, what I'm noticing is that when I take my injections through using the tirzepatide through Mochi Health's pharmacy, which is Empower, I'm noticing that my appetite suppression doesn't kick in for 3 days. So what I'm noticing is that I'm really hungry. And that just heightens the food noise, which means it just makes me think about food more. And that's happening the day of my shot, the day after, and then that third day, that's when the food suppression, the appetite suppression, and the food noise kind of goes away, and the appetite suppression kicks in for me. I'm also noticing there's some tingling happening in my body. And so for me, I did not experience that with Zepbound, and so I'm just going to shift gears and go with another platform, and we'll see how that works out. So I will keep you all posted on that, but I am paying very close attention to that. When I take my injection, I don't want to have to wait 3 days to start to experience the benefit. When I was using Zepbound, what I noticed is that the benefits immediately kicked in. So the appetite suppression, the food noise disappearing, which again for me is just thinking about when am I going to eat, right? So I did not feel tingling in my body. I don't know what that's about, but I don't want to continue to experience it. So I really want the tirzepatide to work as Zepbound did. It kicked in. I immediately noticed the fullness in my stomach. I also noticed the appetite suppression, and I didn't have all these other little hiccups. So we're gonna end our journey with Mochi Health right now, just for those reasons. Is it because I switched from Zepbound to compounded tirzepatide? I don't know. I'm gonna try another platform via another pharmacy and try to figure out what that looks like, and then I'll make a determination from there. But know that I am documenting this and paying attention to it for myself. And the nose drip, that still exists. Not liking it, but it's there. For my weight loss this week, I have finally made it to One-derland. I am at 199 pounds and 3 ounces. So 199.3. I am just under that 200, but I am so excited to be back in the 100s again. It has been some years since I've seen 100 anything on the scale, so I'm excited about it. And I look forward to it. I will be gifting myself a new Stanley Cup along with some new workout socks, and that will keep me excited on my journey. There's something to be said about the effects of the weight loss that's still occurring from Zepbound to compounded tirzepatide. The weight loss is still happening. However, I'm not gonna minimize what I do because I have been hella disciplined. So when the side effects kick in, appetite suppression, that is hella helpful for me. But on those days where I was struggling, those 3 days, I had to stay disciplined. So I can also throw in there that when they say that using a GLP-1 is cheating, no, it's not. Because I had to not go and eat extra food. I knew that it would kick in at some point. However, I didn't like waiting. But I had to put in the hard work. I had to work out and exercise. I had to drink this gallon of water. I had to do all the things in order to maintain it and to lose the weight and get to that 199.3 pounds. Just wanted to put that out there. So that brings me to a total loss of 15. Let me see. I'm going to add my Shotzi information here because I just love this now. So the total weight loss that I have experienced over the past 2 months is 15.5 pounds. And that averages out to be a 2 pound per week. And so I am so happy with that. I don't expect to lose any more than that. If I were to lose like 2.5, I'm okay with that too. However, slow and steady wins the race. I don't want to lose muscle, and I want to maintain this loss as long as I can. So I don't want to lose too fast. And then if you all notice that my current BMI, it says is 32.2, which still is different. It's inconsistent with my scale. So my Smart Scale is saying that my BMI is now 33.2, and the Shotzi app is showing that my BMI is 32.2. So I don't know which one is accurate, but okay, we'll just bounce between the two, right? I'll take the higher end. I don't know why, because that was more, my scale was closer to the DEXA scan results. So I'll take the higher end. So we'll just say 33.2. So I am down a total of 7% of my body weight that I need to lose. And I have 34.3 pounds left to go to get to my goal of 165. And I'm hoping to do that by the end of my experiment. I have been doing this since August of this year and plan to keep on going into 2026 to see what my results and efforts bring. Okay, that's pretty much it for this. And let's see, inches lost this week. I've not taken my measurements. I do that either bi-weekly or I do it once a month. So I will come in next week and I'll check my measurements then and I'll update you all on them. My exercise is still the same. So my weight training is 3 times a week, 45 minutes, and my aerobics is 3 times a week, 45 minutes, and it's still walking. It's about to get cold and my treadmill is in our garage. So what I'm probably going to do is start using my walking pad, and or I will also do some aerobic videos. I'm also still walking the dog, so that's something that I'm using as exercise as well. And then for sleep, I'm still getting between 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. The sister's still waking up to go to the bathroom. I can't help but to stop drinking my water because it's a challenge. I'm drinking this water and I'm finishing up by 7 p.m. I'm in the bed at 8:30. So I got to stop that because I don't think it's just menopause now. I think it's me. I'm drinking my water too late. So I need to be done with it by 6 o'clock. So that's going to be my new goal for this week. I'll keep you all posted. And my calories, that's changed. So because I'm down in the 100s now, I've decided to take my calories down to 1,650 calories per week or per day. So I'm going to do Monday through Sunday, 1,650 calories, and we'll see how that works out for me. And then something new, I am going to be trying the NAD Plus to see if I can get some extra energy in. My work is so intense that a lot of times I'm feeling a little drained at the end of the day. And so I want to try and see if I can keep my energy up throughout the day. And I'm going to use that peptide to see if it works. So I'm going to keep you all updated on that as well. That is it for me today. I am going to actually come in next and do my unboxing of the new platform that I have chosen to go with to get my compounded tirzepatide. So I will see you all in the next video. But in the meantime, I hope that your journeys are going well. I hope that you are succeeding at your goals. I hope that you are reaching them and that you are excited about them. And just know, if I can do it, you can do it. This is an experiment for me. So if I'm experimenting and doing it, and I'm a woman in my 50s, and I have a full life and schedule, if I can do it, you can do it, right? And just know, believe in yourself. Trust yourself. You got this, okay? All right. Have an amazing week. I'll see you all soon for the unboxing, and I'll see you in next week's video. All right. Bye.